Is it nice for you, guy in the void that I don't even know? I'm just hearing. I'm not even really hearing this voice. I'm just seeing text appear. The world of Pokemon. Oh wait, no, I'm trying to sort something out. I just realized I fucked it. Okay, there we go. Oh, don't say there's visual glitches now. No. Oh, yeah, this. No more this way. And... Oh. Can I? This one has been widened, and I didn't edit it. Is this going off? Is it? Go on. I'll just the Pokemon Professor. Are we sure there's not any others, or are they just intern? No, not even fucking slightly. Oh, right, because yeah, even the D-pad exists, like the emulator I'm using only accepts one or the other for analog stick or D-pad. And that's how you can tell my final's already been edited, because for this single Sage Mom run, yeah, I've had to do that, especially for the starter, concerning one Pokemon that I never use, and has a really obnoxious method of being obtained, kind of like Hemo, actually, in Black 2 White 2. I can't remember which one I fuck. Which one did I choose? But when I did Platinum last, actually, oh no. See, that's what happens when you're not popular enough. Where I can't just have the voting be in the chat as is. So I'm going over to the VODS channel. See for my most recent playthrough of it. Why is my mind trying to make it seem like my keyboard is pretty sure it isn't. No, I'm just going insane actually. Oh god, don't say that the last time I did this was the Platinum randomizer 3 years ago. Oh my god, no. That cannot be true. Yeah, it's been 3 years since I last did this on stream, and I played as the female character, so... Male character it is. Sorry, Dawn. I know you're one of the fan favorites for some reason. But... Look, Lucas needs the time to shine at some point. Go my classic. Stun. Yes, you can get Sunswipe to fit, but I do have to cut out the U, so just stun. Good enough for me. And as much as I like the overall soundtrack for Darren Pearl, it's not really one I go back to much, honestly. Like, if I was wanting to go back to any, I end up skipping it and just go to either 2, 3, or 5. Yeah, let's be really funny. Well, if I'm being called sun, the moon's got to exist somewhere. I don't know if that's just because of the orchestral aspect of it, and that's not really my tune, but it's like Gen 2 is so iconic. I'd rather not go Gen 1 because it makes me think of Gen 1 as the only one I listen to. But Gen 1 music is the Giovanni track that was gonna be in yellow and then got cut. Well, cut, more like just wasn't used anywhere. And then what else? Okay, Gen 2, yeah, it's mostly battle music, but also, you know, National Park and all. Wait, what? Can it not be activated at this point? Or it just decided it's not a song? I'm gonna have to test that now. Oh, here's the thing. I was pressing the wrong button because it's X. Yes, I know it's heresy to some people. Why they got rid of the borders, I will never know. I like this one. But yeah, okay, even Gen 5, okay, it's like Route 4, Route 10, and Gym Leader, Battle Music. Most of the time, okay, occasional round music. I guess part of it's because I'm just disappointed that even though Gen 3 made it so that Gym Leader and Elite 4 had different music, Gen 4 went back to that not being the case. I don't know why, and also I don't have run shoes because I decided not to cheat and have those on immediately. No, it's gonna be as normal as possible. So yeah, the game's already slow as this, so if you have problems with that, don't be blaming me and Game Freak and Previous Inc. and Nintendo. The whole shebang, you know? Could be, you know, talking for all the dialogue, but that's not how I normally would do things. Especially if I'm playing it for the third time on stream. By this point, surely most people know how the game goes, you know, walk slowly, about to get our starter, and I haven't said as to which one it is. I'm leaving that up to a surprise. You, viewer, potentially watching the VOD or the stream as of right now, you guess which of the mons that are single stage is going to be the starter. Hint, it's a ghost. Likely not the one you're thinking of. I know I've not said the rule, and they're going to be in the description somewhere. Especially for the VOD, but essentially, I can only use single stage mons. And that's pretty much it. No situations of, well, I'm only using the first form, that does that not count? No, it's any Pokemon that are not part of any evolutionary line, but also not legendaries, because that would be too easy. And just having a team of Giratina, Mesprit, Azo, and Uxie. Can't count Cresselia because I'm pretty sure Cresselia is post game. But you can have those four. Yeah, that's 3 Psychic types, but imagine how powerful Azo is. You just need that. Just Azo. mean, okay, I was about to want to. Right, okay, in that game, you can get 3 out of 4 swords of justice. Normally. Yeah, I have the same rule there. And I've just not decided really not to do it for Black and White 1, because even though that would be very interesting. Because of how the end fight is, the literal final fight. Yeah, no. But, well, I think you can. Well, if you have a 14-6, is it a case of you have to? I can't remember, but I just don't want to go through the hassle because all of the others do not require you to get the legendary. It's not exactly required for the story. Because a lot of time being like, okay, if you didn't catch it now, you can catch it in the layer rocks. And then Gen 1 doesn't have that at all. Like, does it? It's kind of just exploration. Gen 2 kind of does. It's more Gen 4. Gen 4 version that does it. Yeah, Black and White though, I didn't dare because it surprisingly doesn't do fuck whatever. Gen 6 actually kind of does in the way that you have to catch it. But I don't know if you have to use it for anything. I feel like the answer is no. I'll say it one more time because it's me and we are not going to be given a shit about natures at all. Whatever nature they have, it's what they have. Abilities are going to be in shit about. For my starter choice, there is only one ability. Gonna be really busted off the start, but I think we're gonna be fine. Nope. Nope. The forbidden Pokemon Spiritomb. Yeah. You will notice that throughout this entire playthrough, the majority of my team members, I think pretty much 2/3 are gonna be Sinnoh mons. Considering that this game is known for giving all the Pokemon evolutions, you'll be shocked to find out that they didn't really give you many single stage mons from older games. Pretty much all of the ones, especially from Platinum, do evolve in some way out. They evolve in some way. Or, well, these are part of the new evolution introduced for the game. Female Spiritomb, oh, that's very fitting. Considering we do have here. Yes, I know. A ghost type early on, that seems a bit too broken. Well, let me remind you, I don't know if this is critical, but in Gold, Silver, and Crystal, you can get a Ghastly in the Belfrat Tower at night. Yeah, that should just say it all. I want to say that the same remix is So there's early precedent for you being able to get an early ghost type. Not the most common thing in the world. It has been done before. And would you prefer if I got an early dragon type instead? Well, not like I'd be able to choose from any of them, because the 2 dragon type lines in this game that aren't legendary, I do know the creation trio are Artalia and Kanto. That's it. That is your luck. And now we can actually run! Yeah, God, it's not like Fire and Leaf Room where you have to actively earn them by beating Brock for the first time. Well, Brock. Was it the first time, huh? Oh no, I did. Thinking, oh, there's gym badges and I want no, that's just Emerald. That's neutral nature, that's actually not so bad. Yeah, that's 15, 15, 15, 69. Okay, the attack and stats on all the rest, it's really defensive, like, it's got like 108 in defense, special defense. And also has no weakness. Because this was before Fairy existed. Somewhat of a clown happily eats anything, including souls. But yes, I specifically chose Spiritomb for many reasons. One, never used it before in anything. Mainly because anytime I think of a Dark and Ghost type, Sableye is always the first option. And it's the one I kind of prefer even if the stats are worse. 2. If you know how this game is, then you will know that Spiritomb is one that you'll see. I wonder how the fuck do you get it? Because it's a obtainment method is more bullshit than it should be. Like, it is a wanker move. Essentially, you need an item that I think you can just find in the overworld somewhere, or someone gives it to you near the Legendaries town, and then you place it on Keystone in like a rock formation or something. And instead of it being like the Pokemon can only appear at night after placing it, no, you then have to go into the underground and meet 32 people. At least say hello to them. What the fuck? 32? Now you can absolutely cheese it. I've never tried to do it properly, but at least on the actual physical cartridge, if you can afford to have a DS and 2 separate games. Like we plan them with Diamond or something. Where you can just have one go in and out, because then that will actually count the 32, so you can cheese it that way. But how many people at the time genuinely thought to do that? I thought 32 unique people. No, there's a reason as to why most people don't have Spiritomb, and that's why. Because they included that step of having to meet 32 people for it to activate, instead of just at night after placing it. Or like you place it and you have to wait a full 24 hours or something. No, I haven't, so they become night. After 8 PM in this game, actually. If they had to do that, I wouldn't have to complain so much. Because I can look at the list of all of the other ones, and they're like, some of them are definitely harder to get than others. I will grant you, but at least I used them. Apart from like Carnivine or something. Yeah, spoil. Not really much of a spoiler. He is on the list of available mons to get. Where he is available is not fun at all. You can look it up as to where he is. And all I've done is just compile the small, either smallest compared to Black 2, White 2. Like as what Pokemon I have available to me. And I'm pretty sure this is the mon I'm using right now, Spiritomb, is the only one I'm going to have until I beat the first gym. Which can't be that hard, right? I think that actually is the case. We're soon gonna find out, because I do know that for the second gym, I should. I know, I think. Okay, I will actually have to do a trade for one of them, so yeah, that wasn't even a thing. But you know, this game, I do actually have to do a trade. I'll get into it, like I say, I'll get to it when it gets to it. So there's a mon on that's not on the list that is a single stage mon that I will cover, because it's another bullshit method. And it involves honey trees. It would have been actually involved two. One got a baby for in this generation, so there's that. Why it switches that track here, I never know. This is so odd. I know it's his theme, but I'm still gonna question as to why. This is not as fun as how many mons do I have before the first gym? I know I had more, but I definitely did have one. I know I had done some. That's about as much as I can remember in the early game. I would just say this would be really fucking overpowered in Gen 1. Entirely due to the fact that so many of the mons available in just Gen 1 exclusively, like in the very next generation, immediately stop becoming single stage, or even by like Gen 4. Either they really cannot be classed as such, or more just gets added to the list. So yeah, Gen 1, considering, okay, yeah, you have the exclusive situation of like Buzz and Magma, I'm sure you can just start with one and then get the other layer on. But you know, the list does still involve Taurus, and does for the longest time as well. I guess also Kangaskhan as well, and Chansey, just in Gen 1. Like I said, that was also Jinx, so yeah, that's 4 of like Electric Fire and Ice Trio that's not the bird, plus Chansey within the next generation immediately invalidate. I wanna we have any others on Gen 1 that immediately invalidate? Because if we go by just big mom, no, the only others are like actually like Jigglypuff and Clefairy, Pikachu. Oh wait, hang on. Yes, Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan are also disqualified very quickly because Tyrone and Hitmontop exist. I want to say that it's just a list. Because yeah, in almost every single game as well, the game just sort of completely invalidates flyers of any kind, because you cannot really. Oh wait, hang on, I just remembered if we go by New Evolution, Cypher's out actually. We can evolve into Scizor obviously, and also Onyx is gone, but you're not fucking using Onyx in Gen 1, no. Just obtain so lane, it's fucking awful. Yeah, as I say, no, hardly any flyers are just one stage. Tropius is arguably one of a few. I mean, yeah, okay, there's Skarmory. Skarmory and Tropius would be the only two in like Gen 3 or something. And because of how things are, water types are also really hard to come by. You're trying to think of a single stage water type that isn't just Kyogre with no legendaries. And mythicals also with no Palkia. No Palkia. The options basically don't exist really. Because Gen 1, oh, pretty much all of them evolve into something, or an evolution of something. Nope, that Vector obviously is not going to count. Even if you go to Gen 2, okay, you have Corsola, but Corsola is so fucking weak. And then also, Cropish is the one swinging hard to me. Also from Gen 2, not the strongest. Even trying to go into Gen 3, Renicav is your... Renicav actually is just your only option. And in this game, there are none. At least from my research, I'm pretty sure there are actually none available to me. Which is absolutely insane. And also insane that there's only one water type new evolution. Major and the Kingdra. The Kingdra is not even accessible to the main story of this game. Why? Is it because they were saving Kingdra for Platinum? No. I'll go to also. But then that really can't be the case because they still made it so that you get ceilings, which was a diamond and pearl anyways. You get Scizor. You can get both Espeon and Umbreon in this game actually. So yeah, so why was it Kingdra? Is it really because they were saving for... That doesn't make any sense. No, I actually have no reason. And no reason I can entirely think of. But why? Why don't I go over that? Yeah, I can't think of any particular reason why one cannot. Are there any other Gen 2 new evolutions that is not acceptable in fandom, like Diamond Pearl as a whole? My mind wants to say no, like English the only one, because the Stanlix is, Scizor is. My mind's immediately gone blank on literally any of them. Well, I guess the Hitmons are not accessible. But then that's because you have way too many fight types as 8. it really does seem like it's just Kingdra. Kingdra and Hitmontop are like the only two that are not available. Does Hitmontop? No, Hitmontop can't really count though. To be in that list because it's an evolution of a Gen 2 mod. No, it's not. It's just Kingdra, actually. I'm going to absolutely double check. Give me a second. Like specifically, no progress in the game, so I guess Velocity? Okay, so Velocity, Politoed, Kingdra, and Slowking. Well, no, so it's not the only one. It's a very easy one to point out. I'm not counting Azumarill because they evolved from Abra, which is Gen 2. But then it also does plan along the way both his Magi's and Honchkrow, and Pearl for no reason. Yeah, neither of them are available in any way in Platinum, which I find really fun too. Why lock away those new evolutions? Okay, it would have been really cool if there was a way to get the other one in the other game, like in Black and White. Maybe someone can give you gifts for both Honchkrow, well, Murkrow and Mischievous. At least give us some way to enjoy them. But yeah, as good as Platinum is, and it is the best way to play Gen, I can still have some pointers of like why weren't these Pokemon included for any reason, and yet you included these ones. And also some of the new mons introduced into Kanto. Platinum have not really improved much. Okay, yeah, you did make it so that EV is now much easier to get rather than having to see every mon in the regional decks, which surprisingly I think can actually be done if trying to hold it in 4. And yeah, okay, all of the new evolutions that they decided not to put in for them on the main story. No one knows why they did that. Just like you have a handful like Roserade. And I know that's not just it. Sure it feel like it. Ah, you are a bug. But likely just most characters. I feel like they could have added a lot more to the decks. Well, actually, you could have just added more Owen, really. Especially in the desert area. Would have actually been great if they tried to turn like Cradle into that. Oh, his arm in. Yeah. Absolutely better. And pursue. Because most trainers in this game are not gonna try and play like the attempting to win regionals or something. But we are getting to the point of like what Gen 3 and 4 are are needed for the treatment of give them a new evolution. Because I feel like the battle of popularity alone really should be adequate for that list. If they were willing to give Linoon a new form and have that new form be given an evolution, the battle should be given something as well. Although they did also skip through it. Which is like, why? I think so. Yeah, Boatsword, popularity again. And there's a Garchomp's already had a North. So that's fucking not. Light already is. Yeah, that's on at this one, also just have something. As much as I would want Pachirisu to get something, BGC highlight was over a decade ago. Had a Pikachu clone. The only Pikachu clone to actually have like an evolution to Gen 9, and it was the bird evolution that just ended up wrong and being necessary. I guess Hippowdon could be potentially worth it. You don't exactly see many pure ground types. Not exactly the common type, pure typing. Yeah, the ground often normally is attached to something else actually. I mean, water grounds are famous like combination for it. But also rock. Compare with grass once. So it's fire and flying. Electric once. I mean, Sunford did that evolution Gen 8. I wish it did actually evolve. Maybe it would have been better. Yes, I'm going to check. Johto, I want to say, I know that the third one, even though it is a gimmick, and it did get panned from smartphones, like system and all, because its signature move chatter. Well, the more you screamed into the mic, the more powerful it would be. I don't actually know if I have the mic set up for this game. I'm gonna have to test that. And just be, well, it's in the game, so it's technically be powerful. Okay, so yeah. The one I was thinking of is only available after the second. Just cool. Also, you don't often, well, at least I don't often hear the night music for places like these. Because usually I end up playing them in the day or something. Yeah, let's get our Poketch. As I tried to remember any other Gen 4 new mons that, like, so Raptor did get a Mega and became fine and flying. That's definitely gonna count for something. Hardavine should honestly have something of this. The problem is that would they just turn into jokes like the Dunsparce? I mean, the only reason why I ended up looking like that is because way too many artists were trying to draw him as like more of a triangle than anything. Which, okay, fine. Doesn't mean I want to use the Dunsparce, because if it's... But I had high hopes for it, and then oh. Sharon, well, I guess it can't have a new evolution, because of the gimmick it has. Where based off of the... I guess you can can actually still have an evolution, but still have it be based on the sun. Just make it so that if it is going to increase its attacking style, something, make it so that it's as a physical attack with more moves. Yeah, that is a problem. I think Razor Leaf is like the only move that benefits from like Flower Gift or something. I don't know what you would entirely do for design change so they could still like obviously evolve and change form. Probably just make it larger or something. It could be, it could be one of those where it has to evolve while also being in the sun. Still can find a way to revert back to like a hand. The egg form, whatever it is. Oh god, what others? What others can I consider? The deep recessions of the Sinnoh deck. What fresh mons could have some? Haven't already been set. Male Combi should at some point be able to evolve into like a B1 or something that it will just beat you. That's kind of the problem in that you just think, well, it kind of sits there right there, but it doesn't work. And when you make it into a god or something. Cannot go for all sources. Not that I would want them to have new stuff. Legendaries already had a Mega Sinnoh. I'm just gonna go and turn off of these Pokemon. Because I think I already discussed Flight Sword. The popularity needs one. I don't know what you make the type B and change it. Let me just look through the list. Might as well. But it's me trying to remember all of them and being like, are they new evolutions or not? Like, I guess it's not possible to do anything from them. Like, it could actually work kind of doing something from like Wormadam or Moth, because they're only two actually, so they could. And Cricketune could also have something. I guess there's Driftblim as well, unless that was there's a Mega Driftblim. Is that the one I'm thinking of? Did it? Get that? Don't. Okay, Mega Lopunny, yeah, obviously exists. No, ugly. I feel like most people would not want that to have anything unless a massive blow and look more like a Persian or something. Longdon would be cool. Get something, even though it's just a weird, just more defensive version of Metagross. Guntank. Well, Drapion already exists as like the far superior, more accessible point in the dark type. So potentially. Well, I guess the next one on the list is Drapion. Like, why was she the only other thing I can think of is making close to like an actual school. Toxic Crow. I don't know what to do for that. Lumineon, just honest. Make it normal, because I guess you could essentially water and sound type. And the last one on the list is Obama Snow, which already has a Mega Evolution. So that one could not count. As I say, it is the small list of ones. What ones from Gen 4 are not already evolutions of older Pokemon in the first place? I'm not saying that there are not options. I'm saying the options we do have are small. I believe will be done because of the gimmicks associated with them in the first place. Like, well, they do need something because of how they are. It's very tricky. What I think I will do is I will get into all the end the stream there, but not release the VOD. And that's still VOD actually to make it a shorter part one, so that whenever this gets picked up again, the part will be much longer. It just feels slower because the plan is slower and me talking shit, trying to avoid training. And like that, I'm just tired. I mean, Collision tomorrow is even more shopping because I do need to get some more L'Oreal Manix. It's Ganos to clean the place. Oh, that shop. No, it can't do much to me. If we just go Shadow Skin, I'm pretty sure it does not resist it. I want to say the list of Gen 4 mons that haven't had anything. I want to say it's about the same, arguably, as like Gen 4. Hey, yeah, Flygon's the most famous game, but then you also have Claydol, Solrock and Lunatone, Orcal. Ninja and Shedinja, although I think the joke with Shedinja is that if you're ever going to have a Mega, you double it to 2 XP. I don't know what you would entirely do for like just a standard evolution, like the Husk becomes more ghostly, just becomes pure ghost or something. Still keeps the look or something. You know, the ability. Ninja's honestly that could also have something. Okay, it's whole speed itchy, yeah, you know, speed boost, so it's like increase it by 5, but then increase everything else by 1. Although saying that, would you have to do much for defenses, or would you make it even less defensive and it's just faster? It's harder. That would be really funny though. How fast would a ninja be with the Eviolite speed boost? Because there's always been that thought of like, what are some ones you just don't want them to have an evolution entirely, because if they were to have the Eviolite, then they would be extremely broken. I guess you could say Spiritomb's on the list. I didn't even consider some of the other ones like Spiritomb. Really miss Spiritomb. What you would have that as like an evolution, I I don't know. More of a rock? Rock and ghost, which we don't have still. I don't know how. But I guess in no evolution because Spiritomb with Eviolite, with the typing that it has, oh my god. Are there any more defensive Pokemon? Right, I want to say Chansey kind of is on that list, but not really. Of like bulky Pokemon with the Eviolite, it's just that defense is the side where it doesn't really have much of something like Spiritomb. Because at least you could make reasoning from like some of the other Porygon 2 where, okay, it's bulky, but it doesn't really resist much. It resists nothing actually. And just so happens to be, yeah, Wings of Fire has one use and resist nothing. That's kind of why I hate it having the Eviolite is not so bad, because most things are going to be neutral. It anyway is not a mon that only has one super effective move. Well, one super effective type against it. And also is already immune to normal. Would it be about the same then actually? There is the Onyx case of like, okay, the defense is immense, but the HP is shit, which is why it works out. Although, I'm pretty sure we don't need repels, because as a ghost type, well, 108 can just run away from literally any wild battle, no problem. Yeah, I can just escape all these trainers, surprisingly. I mean, I will do so until I get to the point of they have a rock move that just goes straight through them. That can surprisingly kill a ghost. Which is honestly really impressive. They can just do that, just throw rocks. I mean, that would normally go through, but you know, Pokemon logic. I have to be tangible some of the time. Why Torko's like not going because just imagine a Torkoal or a fucking Eddie. I guess then that's why Skarmory got the Mega, because Mega's got just a Skarmory with the Eviolite a bit much. So ever since they made the Iron Gen 5, they've likely been more wary of how broken is this going to be if we actually make it so that this Pokemon with a high defensive stats, including decent HP, and then evolve. Yeah, we would want them to get a new form that they can evolve into. They also do have to worry about the balance part. How much is the Eviolite going to improve them? To a point of no return? It's kind of why no Legendaries have ever been in a situation like that, because you don't need it, and also I'm getting more time in the eyes than I want to be. Well, that was in Gen 5 as well. I can only assume they did that to balance out the fact that, you know, many mons took a while to evolve. Like late 40s, early 50s. Especially from like Mean Poo and Golett. They did that just to compensate for the fact that it's a high level, not dragging the level down by like 10 levels. I mean, it hasn't that much to even Do that. Or even High Dragon. Why is that need to be level 64? To exist. Why? I guess then they also didn't want to do a middle evolution for VODS and Volcarona. I guess also, yeah, imagine Drapions come. Actually, oh, Drapions. 110.75. Okay, that defense would be enormous. It's not going to evolve. If it only has a base attack 500. I guess alternative form? Make it more of a literal scorpion, more of a bug actually. These are the questions you go through, people. Like, well, I guess to get a third form, the stats would be a bit too much, but then again, Arcanine exists. As well, just evolves once. And also, Archeops also exists, so there is precedent to make it so that it's really powerful. 555. I don't know if they do that because I don't think Drapion have an access to an Evian exactly a good move. On a third bond. And I swear, yeah, I am too used to it having like an A or something. Jonathan. Well, that one wasn't so bad, it just spammed out defense cards. Because they realized, oh wait, they can't attack me. So that's all they can do. And yeah, these guys are definitely holding DSs even though it did not want to look like that at one point. In my eyes, I thought it was a weird t-shirt. But you know, seeing it on a regular DS light screen, can you blame me? Now everything is so bonkers and massive like here. They only don't like this so that it looks better on the stream. Likely how it was intended. I really want to win damage. But like I say, if it has a rock move, doing much is out of the question. Some predictions I'm likely gonna have for the playthrough itself is that it's gonna hit a slow point. Because the mons obviously cannot get stronger actually. It's just gonna plateau in an annoying way. Like late on into a gym territory, they're gonna just collapse. Oh, hello, Betrayer. Yeah, I did. I think I had that in the show kind of thing, but just any time a mon that used to be a single stage when got like evolution, just call it a Betrayer. And only got a fucking early one as well. If there'd be a rock throw, that's what I'm terrified of. Has there been any others I can even say that for? Not really. They've either been new mons by this point, no, or any of the old ones like Abra already were not in the club. It kind of is just, I'm just thinking of the club now where it's like has a lot, and yet over time just changes a lot of members, and some of the ones on the wing being like, which one of us is next? Because I want to say, because of how things are, it's kind of like they don't know who's going to be next. They just, like, once it happens, they are just immediately outed. It's gonna be like one of those like tours in a position, really weird position. Actually, no, I think given, yeah, is it like given a new form that doesn't evolve at all? Not like mini tours or something. Yeah, so it's not. So it is actually still in the list, still in the group, because it doesn't, even its regional form doesn't evolve, or more like all three versions are, and then you have those that are kind of odd. The ones that got the beggars like Pincer, because they're gonna, because Pincer's gonna have to explain themselves on the level like. But you do evolve, right? Yeah, but it's still, I'm still able to revert back to my old self after the fight ends, or I think. But it's still evolution. Yes, but it's not permanent. It's just a weird back and forth eventually, right? Fine, you are accepted, but on a technicality, because it's revert back. But then it becomes like just really awkward. Much has it happened yet where the regional form of a mon was able to evolve like separately? The only thing I can think of is like Claude sign, Clank sign, but it's not like if it evolves further. But I guess because it's never in the club, it's not like a regional form or single stage one that then evolved on its own. That would be really fucking odd. I don't think it's ever happened. Because any time that they bring over a mon that's a single thing, it itself cannot evolve. Yeah, Stunfield is a bad example. That form cannot evolve. And yeah, that did 10 damage. That's just how bad everything is. I know it can look like I have a lot, but I really don't. And how did you not hit yourself in fighting a vision? I don't know. All this is proven that because of Rock Pro existing, I cannot do this early on. Not the level that I want to be doing it at. Because even though Rock Pro has bad accuracy, it's not bad enough. Babe, what the fuck? critical hit as well. That's just insult to injury. Oh, with the stream comes to a close, yeah. I feel like I'm gonna. No, I know that I'm gonna be back in the point of I'm not gonna be able to stream again properly because I don't want to be streaming deep and doing like only 2 hours or something. That kind of will just knock me out. And honestly, not worth it only doing 2 hours. But I've already done about 4 hours 20 minutes. Imagine I was doing that in just 2 hours 6 minutes. Really? You're confused and yet you still be able to hear me. My only realistic options I ever do use rock throw is to just use spite. I think it only have 20 PP and I've already got fracture and bead enabled, so why didn't I go? Yeah, it's not well. And also it's faster than me, because only because actually have decent hit. The attack is pitiful. Which is why that did nothing. Did nothing at all. I didn't even miss a singular rock. Kind of mean that I can leave this grinding until the next episode. Because I am not fucking doing that. No. At least I know that I can't just do the minimum bow with spiritomb. That's not possible. But don't you worry, the team will be a lot more expansive. But I don't know when I'm gonna return to this, because you know, Thankful 2 Master difficulty is still there. And if we look at my other options, Hogwarts Legacy is still needing to be finished. She saw it now? Yes. Hogwarts Legacy. It just takes a fucking while, especially for 100%. Pokemon X will definitely exist. If you know once this one is finished. I'm gonna time for those already doing earlier. I don't know how long I'm doing. how long that's going to take, entirely because I already did the fun mission. I really just have a feeling that the gauntlet, from the point that I stopped playing, is going to be really brutal. I know it is at like the end. Oh my god. So well, we will eventually see. I want to say, even if going by the schedule, yeah, I know this is 1 AM, but I'm tired. Now, the next stream is going to be 6th of July. Okay, I don't know why I didn't make it the 5th. Maybe I need to scale it back and I forgot what day it was. I can do that once I end this stream actually, and no one's around, so I will say. Okay, when we continue this, the slow grind to make it so that I can beat the first stream is going to happen. And then we should be able to get Pachirisu. And also another team member for a trade, and then well, I think I have to beat Gardenia to get the 4th team member that I'm thinking of. We'll find out. We'll find out eventually. Yes. Ciao for now. Turn here. Sunday evening, usual time of 7. Evening.